So after masking your last completely, you draw your center line. After drawing your center line, make sure you get your lateral quarter line, your vamp line, and all the cardinal points. So after that we start the drawing. So if you don't know how to get those cardinal points, I have a video on my list. So we're going to start the drawing from here. And then after that we're going to measure from this place towards this area 3 inch. Mind you, it is not constant. From here, right here, to somewhere around the instep point, we are measuring 3 inch. You can decide to make it 3.5 depending on what you really want. So we take the drawing from that measurement down to the lateral quarter line. So you can see what we have. Then turn your last around. After getting your lateral quarter line on this side of the last, you can see mine here. So we take this one down from this point. So after that we are going to take a measurement from the back of the last. From here we're going to take 2.5 inch measurement. So we measure 2.5 inch measurement, and this is it here. So right now we're going to take from the counterpoint, we're going to take the drawing down to that measurement. So with that we are done with the drawing. You can see that. So we are done with the drawing. So you can see what we have. I have cleaned off some of the lines so that you can be able to see it properly. So hope you can see the sketching very well. The next thing now is to cut it out and then develop it. So after cutting out the pattern, make sure you have your line on your cardboard paper. We're going to be placing the center line directly on the line on the cardboard paper. So just to make sure the center line corresponds with the line on your cardboard paper, then we are going to cut. You can see my vamp line is still here, so I'm going to cut through the vamp line on both sides. That is the only way we are going to spring the vamp. So I'm going to cut the vamp line towards the vamp point. So after that, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, cutting through the vamp line towards the vamp point. So after properly aligning, pasting the front part on the cardboard paper, you take up the other part of the pattern. So you align this part properly. You have to take your time in doing this, because if you don't get it properly, it is going to affect the pattern. So you have to take your time to make sure you paste it properly on your cardboard paper. So at this point, we're going to cut the counter line towards the counter point. So we're not going to cut it completely. We're going to be leaving about let's say close to 0.7 inch from the vamp point. So we just cut it slightly towards the vamp point. Then we're going to slice some part here to be able to get it pasted on the cardboard paper. So after that, the next thing now, we're going to be adding about 0.2 inch or 0.3 inch as our folding allowance. So you add it at the front here. And also you do the same on the side. Our folding allowance 0.3 to or 0.2 dependent. So we're going to fold it. So after that, the next thing is to add your lasting allowance. I'm adding about 1.5 inch. Like I always tell us, it is better that you have excess during lasting than having a shortage. So you extend the lines towards your lasting allowance. So we'll do the same thing on this side, adding 1.5 inch round. We are still going to come back to these curves. So I'm just doing this to get the lasting allowance first. So we are still going to come back to it with our French curve. So just take note of that. So let's cut the pattern into shape now and mark out our dots for marking. So after cutting out your marking dots, you can see that. So now let's use our French curve to put these curves in order. So with this, it will help the curves to correspond with each other. That's the point. Using this tool will have the curve to correspond with the other. So after that, we cut out this part. So after cutting out that part, with this you are done with the pattern. So this is the test cut from a leather. So you see, you just stitch this part of the counter. That is how you're going to do it. So this is just to try out what we have done. This is just a rough cut to test it on the last. So thank you for watching this video. Drop your question in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates. Have a nice day and see you in our next video.